Kyle Busch.
Boy, he made that look easy.
Yeah, he needed about an 8 at least to hold him back. That car is just extremely fast here today. Has been most weeks, but Kyle Busch is.
Well, Mike Bliss was able to run very comparable lap times when the one car was out front. Now that he's in traffic, I believe that the advantage definitely falls towards Kyle Busch.
I think Mike Bliss is probably going to have a second-place car here today. They made a good pit stop to get out. The 18 car did beat him out of the pits.
But you know what Alan Bestwick always says? It's not over till it's over.
See Bliss can do with Wimmer. By the way, the driver of the 11 car, Scott Lagasse, was checked out and released from the infield care center.
See, looking back here from Scott Wimmer's car, battle ongoing for second. But, you know, Carl Edwards is in 7th, and Clint Boyer right now is in 14th for our championship standings.
Boyer came on and off pit road a couple of times during that caution flag. They made some adjustments on the front of the car, track bar adjustments, air pressure. There's the 2 car. Dangerously on the inside of the racetrack in a mess back there.
Yeah, there's Denny Hamlin. He got his lap back the last time. He was the free pass, so he is on the lead lap. Clint Boyer battling him for spot in those points to go along with it.
Boyer is 16th, or was 16th. Now Hamlin is 16th. He is 17th.
Now this one car, Mike Bliss, he needs to get by Scott Wimmer because Kyle Busch is getting out too far. He doesn't want to let him get out of sight here.
Yeah, not only that, he wants to do that, but in case the caution should come back out, he wants to be able to restart right on the bumper of that 18.
Now he heard you and decides to go ahead and make the pass. Mike?
Well, guys, it may look like Kyle Busch is pulling away and that the 1 and the 29 may be running for second right now, but there is hope for both of these guys. Mike Bliss radioed in not too long ago, and he said after 3 or 4 laps on these tires, you have to slow down. The tire just can't hold the speed. And he said once the pace slows down, that's when we get better. Pay attention to that with the 1. Meanwhile, the 29, Scott Wimmer, he said during practice he felt like he was a little bit slower than the 18 car on short runs, but he felt like he was very competitive on a par level even with the 18 under long runs. If we get a long green flag run, both of these guys might be able to close the gap.
I think so. I like what he said right there, and I've seen that today out of this one car. He's better after they've run some laps. He's got a shot at this thing still.
Leffler and Rudeman battling for 4th position here. Leffler the 38, Rudeman the 99. While you watch this, let's visit with the driver of the 11 car, Scott Lagasse. Shannon.
Yeah, Doc, making his first start today for CJM Motorsports, Scott Lagasse. Walk me through what happened from your perspective.
I hate it for our guys. They've been working hard. We've been struggling with hitting the racetrack since we got here by using the brake pedal. And I just screwed up. I used a little too much brake getting in underneath the bore, and I hate it for him, the poor car, because I got into it. When I got into it, it just got come around on me. So, gotta thank everyone at American's Incredible Pizza just for giving me the opportunity and basically using this 7 races to get ready for next year. But I don't know, rough day.
All right, Doc. Scott Lagasse walked up to me. He said, you know, I love this place. It just doesn't like me.
Tough day and a pretty hard lick for that 2nd-generation driver. Here, good battle back in the pack here. 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th. There is Marcus Ambrose, who had his hands full about 20 laps ago. He's gotten this car back in the top 15, now being passed by Denny Hamlin, and in danger of being passed by the points leader, Clint Boyer.
Yeah, they're in a battle there, and that's not really where Clint Boyer wants to be in trying to protect this points lead, not lose any more than what he has to. They've kind of had a single file now, and that's a lot better scenario than what he was looking at just a couple of laps ago, where they were 2 and trying to be 3 wide.
As of right now, Clint Boyer would lose almost 40 points of his 207-point lead he had coming into the day. Side by side again for position. This is for 4th spot, Leffler and Rudeman. And here comes cousin Carl right behind him in the 60 car.
Rudeman's been trying to take this spot away. You can see him getting loose right there on the inside.
Oh, we got a problem here, all 4 guys.
Landon Castle had just bounced it off the concrete.
One more car here.
But here a spotter claimed that they got turned there, but he had just been into the wall just prior to this.
Now here's the first time when he slid up inside. He's on the outside of Mike Wallace.
You can see that car really just take off towards the wall.
As they get down into turn 3 here, close racing. Mike Wallace gets a little bit loose.
Yeah, knocks
up the racetrack.
Knocks the air out of the left rear tire in the process.
You know, sometimes you want to hold that car down that's trying to pass you, but you take that chance, and I don't know, I can't say Landon Castle did anything wrong there at all.
That's twice in a row. Back in the spring, he was running 7th and was taken out in a similar kind of contact incident in the corner here at Dover. Here again. They were running 12th and 13th, and the 5-car
still outside, got to spin behind you, still outside. Yellow's out, yellow's out.
Caution for the 5th time today here. Contact for the 19-year-old into the concrete. When we come back, Kyle Busch will have Mike Bliss on his bumper for the restart.
Log on to NASCAR.com and see how you can customize your own driver apparel items. Only at the NASCAR.com Superstore, the official online store of NASCAR.
Our Dover coverage today, just part of a busy weekend of motorsports on the ESPN networks. Coming up next, coverage of Sprint Cup Series Happy Hour. Happened earlier today. You'll see it coming up in just a minute. Then tonight, NHRA O'Reilly Auto Parts qualifying, 10 Eastern Time. NASCAR Now pre-race edition tomorrow morning, 10 Eastern Time. Then our coverage of the race presented by Principal Financial Group from the Monster Mile, ABC 1 Eastern Time, and the NASCAR Now race wrap-up, 11:30 Eastern Sunday night. All coming up on ESPN2 and ABC. 38 laps to go in the Camping World RV Sales 200. Going to get a little intense.
It's going to get real intense right now, starting to heat up. We didn't see many cautions earlier in the event, but Brad, man, when you start running out of laps, these guys start running out of patience, and they're going to try to get some spots.
They're starting to fight for that little bit of extra real estate to advance these race cars. And I tell you, the guys up front, Kyle Busch, Bliss, Wimmer, Leffler, they're getting really racy. And if you look right behind them in 6th and 7th, you got Edwards and Keselowski, who are bearing down on old Clint Boyer, who happens to be all the way back in 15th.
Some of the championship guys rallying after earlier troubles. The championship leader stuck back in traffic. And how about a great run by Bobby Hamilton Jr., Shannon?
Yeah, Alan, you know, he's overcome a pit road speeding penalty to come back into the top 10. He had restarted 17th after that pit road. So this is a great run for that car. The number 25 team who is looking for a sponsor next year, Alan.
All right, Shannon, as we get set to go here, it'll be 37 laps to go on the restart. And Andy?
It's not over till it's over.
Kyle Busch has led a lot, but there's a long way to go, pal.
Let's listen in and go full throttle.
One, you're going to look inside, looking inside, at your bumper, still there, at your bumper, clear by one. Clear by four. 3 wide middle, clear low, clear low, clear low. Still outside, still outside. Right with you. You're good. You're all good. All good. Clear by one.
Don't you just love it? 3-story high concrete banks in Dover, Delaware. Laps winding down. You got to get what you can get right now. And the question is, can the 88 car get up there? Here comes David Reagan inside his teammate. Carl Edwards is trying to hold on. Carl said, I need these points to try to win this championship.
Brad Keselowski's trying to battle back from everything they've had going on in the pits. They've made a mess of this race today in the pit area and actually injured a couple of crew members, and now he's trying to battle back on the racetrack. He's up to 6th spot, trying to take that 5th spot away from David Rudeman right now. Got a lot of racing back here too. Clint Boyer's in the middle of it again.
Boyer now starting to get a little bit racy. He came on and off pit road again during that latest caution flag. Now he's moved back his car into the top 15 and 12 spot.
They've been working hard on that car on pit road. Every stop they've been in there trying to get it fixed and getting it better and better.
Seeing Stephen Wallace right there, I was watching him on that restart, and he got caught up behind the 9 and the 81 who were battling side by side, even though they were lapped down, and was wondering just how much patience he was going to show, and he did a great job.
He did. I watched that too, and he exercised some patience by these guys, and now he's got some clean air.
Yeah, Stephen Wallace has got a very good race car. Just missed a top 10 finish here back in the spring. Battle for 6th position. Carl's got it. Brad wants it.
And this 88 car's fast.
Yeah, he is. Carl's trying to come back and actually make the pass back on him. Carl's car just doesn't seem to take off on these restarts very good. I don't know if that's the air pressure or if it's just the feeling of his car. You can see him get loose, and the 88 of Keselowski coming back to the inside here. But after you run about 3 or 4 laps, then Carl's car starts taking off again.
Keselowski is third in the point standings, behind Carl Edwards, some 70 points back of Carl coming into the day.
You can hear him have to crack the throttle just a little bit of Brad Keselowski right there as we were riding along with him. Up out of 4, you could hear he got in the gas hard, but you just couldn't carry that momentum on off the corner.
Man, that's a great shot right there just to show you how hard these guys drive through the corner.
.32 car of Denny Hamlin, who had made the unscheduled stop back on lap 34 because of a loose tire, loose wheel, lost 2 laps, has now driven this car back on the lead lap and is being shown in 11th position, looking back from Jamie McMurray.
He seems to still be battling this car just a little bit. We look back, he's having to fight the car a little bit in the center, doing what we call diamond in the corner a little bit. We're talking about Denny Hamlin there, where he goes up the racetrack and then he'll cut it back across and try to get a good run off the corner. But he's losing a little too much time in the middle of the corner to the 17 of Jamie McMurray right here.
Yeah, he doesn't look like he's got a very good car today, but he's been very resourceful in playing with the lines and really working hard getting these laps back. He's done a great job today.
Dave?
I just want to let you know what they did on that last pit stop. He had reported that the car was too loose, so they made just an air pressure adjustment and 4 fresh tires for him.
27 laps to go, and don't look now. You heard what Mike said about Mike Bliss talking about how good his car would be once you get into a longer run. Well, that is indeed what is happening, because Bliss, the last 3 laps, has been faster than Kyle Busch. Does he have enough time and laps to catch him? Laps clicking away here. 20 laps to go in Dover, Delaware. Kyle Busch, the leader. Mike Bliss trying to move in. He's still quicker, and he's about 2 seconds back. Scott Wimmer in 3rd spot, some 4 seconds back in the 29 car.
Well, it's obvious these guys are running 1st, 2nd, 3rds. They're working a lot less than that driver's compartment than the rest of these guys are.
Some of these guys are really, really working their cars.
We have seen battles all over this racetrack. Guys trying to take spots away. A moment ago, Keselowski taking David Rudemann's 5th spot away. And now Rudeman in jeopardy of getting his position lost by Carl Edwards at his 6th position, as Carl and David Reagan are on the march.
Just up in front of those guys, you can see the 88 cars past these guys and